My name is Joel Tuttle.
Okay, and Joel, what's your work here?
I work as the Executive Director for Senior Life Services in Morgan County.
All right, and how long have you been there?
I've been here since 2002, so about 12 years, a little over 12 years.
Okay. You're running for a seat on the county commission?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Well, I believe in service. I've primarily served the seniors of Morgan County, but I'd like to serve the rest of the county. I feel like I have the background and the qualifications, education, and the desire that I can serve the folks and do a good job.
Okay. Big issue here in Morgan County is the school levy. If you win the primary, you will face Commissioner Stacy Dugan in November.
Yes, sir.
She has, as far as I can tell, not taken a position on this. I've reached out to her, no response. What's your position on the levy and why?
Well, I support the levy 100%. I support our children, and I support education. And I feel like after the levy was defeated last year, the board did everything that it was asked to do by the folks who came out against it. And I feel like it's a much better levy call now, and I support it 100%.
Levy lost badly last year. Why?
Well, I like to believe that it was that the economy drove that decision. I know there's people out there who want to always point the finger, and they may claim that the folks who came out against the levy are greedy, but you can't blame some of those folks. They're facing some pretty tough times. It's no secret that the economy's in pretty bad shape. West Virginia right now places dead last in the country in workforce participation, which simply means that there's a lot of folks who aren't working for whatever reason right now. The budgets are tight, and people are just looking for a way to maybe save money. It's the only tax that folks can vote against. But I want people to understand too, it's also the only tax that we know where the money's going. The money's going to our local school system and ultimately to our children.
What happens if the levy goes down again?
Well, I think that that'll be a very disastrous situation for Morgan County. First of all, we will be the least funded state, or the least funded county in the state of West Virginia per student, and we won't even be close to Hardy County, who's second to last. Next, I fully believe we'll lose a handful of teachers who will probably look for employment in another county where they feel like it values education and where they can earn a decent wage. Then on July 1st, when the fiscal year starts over, all the employees that are still working for the Board of Education will take a fairly dramatic pay cut and lose some of their benefits as well. And then some of the real struggles are going to start when school year starts next year. We're going to lose a whole slate of invaluable programs, including the alternative education program, some advanced placement courses, some of our enrichment classes such as music, art, theater, and a number of positions as well. We're going to lose 8 remedial specialists, and these are people who specialize in helping kids who are falling behind in the classroom academically to get back into the classroom and catch back up. We'll also lose a couple of interventionists, which are folks who help kids who are falling behind behaviorally. And also, in the coming years, we will see some issues that will start to arise. We're going to lose about $500,000 a year in the maintenance budget. So some of the things that they would do to some preventive maintenance on these buildings, they're not going to be able to afford. That's $2.5 million over 5 years. And then, I just answered a questionnaire earlier this week and the question was, how do you think we can get businesses, new businesses and growth in Morgan County? And I'm afraid that if a business looks at this county and they see that we don't value education, they're just going to drive right on by. I don't think they're going to come here at all. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if anyone knows exactly what this would mean to Morgan County if this levy fails. But it's not going to be a good thing, and I'm honestly hoping that we don't find out.
What's your sense as to what the vote will be?
I was very encouraged over the last few weeks. Folks I've talked to seemed like there was a lot of support for the levy. I've talked to dozens and dozens of folks who actually voted against the levy last year, and I understand that. They were hurting. Their families were hurting. Their budgets were tight, but they claimed that they would support the levy if it was reduced, and if some of the school or some of the organizations that were non-school organizations were cut from that levy. And I think that the board did that. They cut it 26%. They cut out all the funding to the organizations that were not school organizations, and I think that a lot of people in the community see that, and that was a positive step. They've pared their budget. They've become more efficient. And I think that, I hope that the levy will pass and that the school system will be rewarded for what they've done.